How's it going, everybody? Welcome to our Fishing Ohio. Today I'm going to be doing a little giveaway for celebrating 200 subscribers. I'm going to do a little twist on it. So the rules of the video are going to go something like this. So whatever the first fish I catch this year, whatever lure that comes on, that's going to be the lure I use for the giveaway. So I'm going to go over which baits I think are more than likely going to be what I catch my first bass on this year, and then I'll go over how to win. So first up, I have an assortment of these lipless crankbaits. It's one of my favorite lures to throw early in the year, but my favorite is the Z Series 63 from Arc. I really like this crankbait, how it's shaped, but also how easy it is to cast. It's a little more compact than some of the other lipless crankbaits out on the market. You can see this one right here has been roughed up just a bit. I used this one last year. I caught my second biggest bass in this last year in this color. One of my favorite baits overall are lipless crankbaits, but I really like this one in particular from Team Arc. I think it's just a little bit different than a lot of the other lipless crankbaits that are out there. I use several different brands, but this one is the one I tend to reach for the most. I have it in a couple different colors, including the one I just showed, and then one I'm excited to use a little later on in the year is this kind of baby bass color. I think that's a cool color scheme. I'm a big fan of green when it comes to baits, so excited to throw this one later on in the year. I don't think it's going to be as good early on, but when the water starts to clear up. Next up, for crankbaits, I'm also going to have a Berkley Fritside tied on. This is a 5. It's called the big one. It doesn't dive as deep. It's got a little bit of a smaller bill, a little heavier, a little easier to cast. Next, I'll be throwing a Venom Lures bladed jig, and probably going to be throwing this red one here. And then for trailers, and this will go for my spinnerbaits as well, I have several different colors of the Donkey Snatcher paddle tail trailer, and I'll use this for most of my swim jigs, spinnerbaits, and chatterbait style baits. Next up, I have a Megabass Uoze swimming jig. It's a swim jig with a little, I don't think you can see it, little blade underneath there. One of my favorites from last year. And then of course, some of my favorite lures, spinnerbaits. I caught probably my most fish on a spinnerbait last year. And if I had to pick one, it would be Venom Lures turtle blade spinnerbait. This would be the one I would more likely start the year off throwing. I don't know if it'll be in green. I have a couple different colors inside. I'm sure you can take a look, but I got quite a few spinnerbaits. These are almost all, actually, yeah, these are all Venom Lure spinnerbaits in two different styles. They'll either be the turtle blade, like I showed, or their Glimmer series with the more traditional style blades. I'm a big fan of using stuff a little different, so I like how this has a willow and a Colorado blade. And then of course the turtle blade is kind of unique in and of itself. So I really like that one as well. So those are the lures I'll be throwing, probably 100%. My first bass will come on one of the lures I just showed. So all you have to do to win is like this video, comment below what lure you think will be what I catch on first. And then once I catch my first bass of the year, I'll do an update. I'll pin the comment that is the winner. I'm just going to do a random draw. It's not going to be if you guess correctly or anything like that. So it'll just be, I'll put each comment into a generator, and whichever one is chosen, that'll be the winner. I'll contact you and I will send you the lure that I caught my first fish of the year on. It'll be a new lure, not the actual lure itself. I'm going to give you something that's already in the package, and then depending on what it is, could be just the lure, or it might be a little more. So For example, if it's the spinnerbait, I'll send you what I use for a trailer as well, which would be a pack of the Donkey Snatchers. So you could get one lure, you might end up with a lure and then a package of soft plastic as well. Because I don't really plan on throwing a lot of soft plastics on their own, especially early on in the year. I tend to throw those more in the summer. So like and comment for your chance to win, and thanks for helping me get to 200 subscribers. I'm looking forward to keep growing the channel this year.